isn't measured in promises. It's measured in results. At Rockwell Automation, our 24,000 employees across the globe focus every day on delivering business results for our customers. Because with every result achieved, we realize the promise of expanding human possibilities. That's why we're Rockwell. Our customers make products and deliver solutions that touch all of our lives. And they partner with us to realize measurable, consistent, and profitable business outcomes, delivering the real results they and their customers depend on. The people of Rockwell and our vast production technology portfolio make a real difference in industrial production quality, speed, and efficiency, making a difference in ramping up adequate supplies of life-saving vaccines, making a difference by helping deliver vehicles that are affordable, efficient, and safe, making a difference by engineering sustainability into every system and solution we deliver. Because at Rockwell, we believe better is possible. And the results we deliver add value for our customers every day, in every industry we serve. Our systems connect your company end to end with data-fueled insights, improving the decisions that deliver results and expanding human possibilities. Rockwell Automation. Results achieved.
Hi everyone. Thank you for joining our live stream discussion today. We are here to talk about what's new at Rockwell, specifically what's new with our FactoryTalk Hub software portfolio. I am very happy to be here today as your host. My name is Sharon Billi-Duran. I am the business manager for visualization software, and I'm joined here by a few of my very esteemed colleagues. Welcome first to Steve Bryant. He is our visualization software platform lead. Welcome to Leo Kilfoy. He is our director of SaaS and digital design.
Hello.
And welcome Adam Gregory. He's our lead commercial portfolio manager for FactoryTalk Design Studio.
Hey Sharon. Hey everybody.
And to you, our audience, welcome. Whether you're here with us live or via recording, we are very happy to have you here. If you are joining us live, please feel free to leave a comment or ask a question, and we'll try to answer what we can. Either way, give us a like and let us know that you're here. All right, panelists, are we ready?
Let's do it.
We're ready.
All right, let's jump in. All right, so FactoryTalk Hub. We've seen a lot of activity this past year with our FactoryTalk Hub platform, and there's still a lot to come. So my first question goes to Adam. Before we get into details about the specific offerings within FactoryTalk Hub, can we take a step back and talk about the platform itself and why Rockwell has been focusing so heavily on our cloud software offerings?
Yeah, that's a good call. Let's do that. So I think one of the first things to recognize is that we see a lot of value in being able to host things up in the cloud. So the cloud is just a tool for us to be able to deliver on that value. One of those things is the ability to have the same point of access for everybody in your project. So you don't have to worry about everybody having a different point of entry. You've got that one single point through the FactoryTalk Hub. And that enables our second point of collaboration, of having multiple people working together at the same time, no matter what role they really have in the program. And the third part about that is cost. We can reduce the total software cost and the maintenance of that by maintaining it all for you as part of that cloud delivery. So we've got three different focus areas that you'll see across the hub. You'll see the design, operate, and maintain areas. So we're trying to really bring all of those workflows together, and we want to be able to introduce also the aggregation of data. So no matter whether you're working in the design area, the operate area, or the maintain area, we want everybody to be integrated, everybody collaborating, everybody sharing data.
Good point. So if I can summarize, for those that may not be familiar with FactoryTalk Hub, you talked about design, operate, maintain. So FactoryTalk Hub is the platform, it's the home base, if you will,
Right.
for all of our FactoryTalk Cloud solutions offerings that we're going to be discussing today. And we've been talking a lot about FactoryTalk Hub over the past year. Can you tell me what's going to be new for this year?
Absolutely. And like you said, Sharon, it is that platform for all those cloud-based products. And we kind of use that word service or product interchangeably. We want to be able to provide you an integrated suite of services through that cloud platform. So really the hub is the most exciting place, for me at least, to be in Rockwell Automation right now, because we're seeing fast iteration on the services that are already existing in FactoryTalk Hub. We're seeing a lot of new and incoming services as well. So we've got things like FactoryTalk Data Mosaics, which is a new introduction coming soon. That's going to be integrating a lot of existing sources of automation data, like the FactoryTalk Smart Object, like Historian, all kinds of third-party data that's really going to be coming together and being made both meaningful and useful. And one thing that has just recently become available, FactoryTalk Edge Manager, that's giving a new look at what the future of app orchestration at the edge can look like. So there's already a variety of Rockwell applications that are supported as part of Edge Manager, and there's more coming throughout the year. There's a lot of third-party app support there already. So those are two new pieces that are already in existence. And another thing that I'll mention about the Edge Manager is one of those Rockwell Automation applications will be a new version of Logix AI. So kind of integrating current concepts into that cloud, to that edge. Those are some of the exciting things that are going on in the hub so far.
So that's a lot of new stuff. I didn't know about Logix AIs, and I work at Rockwell, so that's cutting edge. So FactoryTalk Design Studio. Let's talk about that one a little bit, because I know you want to.
Well, if you insist, Sharon, of course, I can spend a little bit of time talking about that. So definitely the product that I'm closest to, and one of the services that we introduced just over the last year. It's a brand new cloud-focused development effort that's really focused on system design, and its first iteration was made available near the end of last year, actually on Halloween, October 31st. And when Design Studio launched, it started with really a foundational set of functionality. So we're beginning with controller-based development, and our goal is to bring modern software development concepts into industrial automation. So things like object-oriented programming, things like the integration of reusable content management. And with some of the concepts that I talked about earlier, we want to help you to expand your system view across your entire team of people. We want you to have multiple people collaborating at the same time. We want you to be able to think logically and to be able to manage all of your devices, whether there's controllers or I/O modules, put all of that together into one single project.
So let's dig into those existing services a little bit more, specifically FactoryTalk Optics. Can you give us an overview of FactoryTalk Optics?
Yeah, so FactoryTalk Optics is a new visualization or HMI portfolio product rather. We're adding to our portfolio with a lot of new capabilities. In fact, one of the exciting things, much like Adam mentioned, I'm really excited to be talking about FactoryTalk Design Hub and the FactoryTalk Hub, because FactoryTalk Optics is available there under the design section, and that's because it has a web-based editor, kind of a unique, different approach to visualization, to be able to open a web browser, edit your visualization project, do what you need to do without having to install software, without having to worry about maintaining versions, the kinds of capabilities and advantages rather that Adam spoke to, both on why cloud or why it's hosted there, but also from an efficiency point of view, you can use the hub and its kind of collaboration tools to invite other of your colleagues, potentially even other people collaborating around a specific work project or automation delivery into the hub, easily share back and forth projects that are managed there, stored there, and then leverage that collaborative environment with FactoryTalk Design Studio as well. I mean, we make these editors available through the hub with the intention of making it really easy for you to pick up workflows from wherever you might want to start, whether it's in the control side or the visualization side or even digital twin and some emulation that Leo is going to talk about here. But we didn't stop there with FactoryTalk Optics. It also has a desktop editor in addition to the web editor, and we use kind of these new cloud-based tools to allow you to move in between them. In fact, you sign into your desktop editor. It gives you a kind of the automatic or completely integrated look and feel for when you're on your desktop, or if you open it in a web browser, the environment's the same, the access you have is the same. So it's kind of all the power you enjoy in a studio or desktop environment from a web environment, and allows you the posture to switch back and forth between those.
So that was going to be my next question. So thanks for the setup. FactoryTalk Optics is a visualization software, which is, of course, near and dear to my heart. But in HMI, when we think about HMI, it's usually like a thing that's on Earth. It's not in the cloud. And so can you talk a little bit about how Optics can be deployed?
Yeah, so Optics is what we call platform neutral. It can run in a variety of settings: an open Windows computer, a Linux computer. But a lot of our customers really enjoy, especially automation customers, want to have things pre-packaged. So we've been selling on the market something called the panel view for a long time that packages visualization capability, closed operating system, and when you boot it up, it just does that HMI work. Well, we wanted to bring that same kind of benefit and capability to our FactoryTalk Optics suite as well. So we are introducing a new product called Optics Panel. Again, it'll be released at the end of next month. And Optics Panels do just that. When you boot them up, they boot up an environment that you can run an Optics project on. In addition, they boot up an ability to connect remotely from anywhere, and including that really nice web-based editor I spoke of. And that capability is FactoryTalk Remote Access, all packaged in kind of an out-of-the-box behavior. You can attach it to your remote access solution, and makes it quite easy to deploy from wherever you're working, desktop or web editor, really anywhere.
All right, so if I can summarize that, we're going to be introducing Optics panels, which provide a very similar experience that our customers have today with panel view, that closed system, but I can deploy to that panel via the cloud, which is really exciting. It's very exciting. I do know what's coming up, and it's very exciting. So thanks, Steve. We really appreciate that overview. It really is interesting to see how we're starting to deliver on that integrated vision of operate, maintain, design with our cloud services. So excited to be a part of how we're building upon that. So a quick show of hands in our audience. Has anyone tried FactoryTalk Design Studio or FactoryTalk Optics yet? Because thanks, Adam. If you're interested, FactoryTalkHub.com is where you can go check these things out. So while you're checking that out, let's move over to Leo. Leo, thanks for joining us. One of the other services that Adam mentioned before is TwinStudio. And so I understand that's related to a cloud-based digital twin, which is a mouthful. What can you tell us about this service and how it relates to the rest of the hub?
Well, thanks, Sharon. I'd love to. Let's first start off talking about kind of what the mission of FactoryTalk TwinStudio is. FactoryTalk TwinStudio is a FactoryTalk Design Hub application, actually a set of applications focused on doing our system level simulation and emulations. Think of it as being able to test our complex systems that many of our manufacturers make. The goal of TwinStudio is to do testing, validation, and optimization to address really kind of virtual commissioning and digital twin use cases. That's a mouthful, so let's drill down a little bit into the details. So we started off with the basics of FactoryTalk TwinStudio as far as hosting some of the products that our customers know and love already. And our initial launch of FactoryTalk TwinStudio was at the end of last year. And it included Logix Designer, Emulate 3D, Arena, and FactoryTalk Echo. So some of the things that we're providing day one was the ability to offer, as an example for Logix Designer, everything from V20 to the current version of Logix Designer is up there. With Emulate 3D and Arena, we provide not only the products, but we also provide a couple different levels of servers to run them on. So if you need more compute hardware, it's instantly available. All these products are available on demand directly from your web browser. So to access it, you can go to your web browser, go to Design Hub, and select the application and fire it right up. Nothing to install, nothing to do from that standpoint. TwinStudio is built on FactoryTalk. FactoryTalk TwinStudio is built on FactoryTalk Vault. So no more emailing around files. Vault helps keep versioning of any of the files saved from FactoryTalk TwinStudio. That way everyone is always on the latest version of a project. So if you're working with a team and all these types of projects you do, everybody's using the same files, which is great. The goal of FactoryTalk TwinStudio, again, is to validate the upgrades, changes, and virtually commission your system. So you can start with Logix Designer, add Echo, then take that into Emulate 3D and build a 3D model of it. Cloud, obviously, as I mentioned, allows users to scale with the compute resources, as well as add members to your project as teams grow. Since kind of excited about it, but since the beginning, and already Adam and Steve has talked about, is the ability of cloud is to move at the speed of cloud, is the way I like to say it. And that's really to be able to make frequent updates, bring more value to our customers. So we've had, since the beginning of the year, we've been able to add some new additional applications. So we brought on FactoryTalk View ME, Local Station, and View Designer, Studio 5000 View Designer, added that to the portfolio. Briefly, Adam mentioned it, but we have also are building out our global footprint for FactoryTalk TwinStudio. So we've recently added servers in EMEA and Asia Pacific, specifically Tokyo, Japan, to start building up TwinStudio footprint, because we want to keep that really good interactive behavior. We've got a lot more we plan on doing with FactoryTalk TwinStudio. The next kind of, as we start moving forward in the next year, you're going to start to see some of these applications coming together and start to build some really cool workflows and build out our testing platform.
Awesome. So what's surprising to me and is we're talking about cloud, we're talking about new stuff, but with TwinStudio, you mentioned a lot of products that everybody knows and loves. Logix Designer, View ME, Arena, that able to bring that to the cloud, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
So one thing that you touched on FactoryTalk Vault. I don't think you touched enough on FactoryTalk Vault. So can you tell us more about what that's doing for our FactoryTalk Hub customers? Because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Sharon, I thought you'd never ask. Just kidding. Thank you. No, I'd love to dive into it. So FactoryTalk Vault is our cloud-based automation design data management system. So think of being able to store PLC, HMI applications, simulation models such as Emulate 3D or Arena, and any other data needed to build I talked about those complex systems, but build an automation project and a system project to be able to build a manufacturing line, cell, etc. Being able to store those files, really, really important. Vault provides kind of that rally point for teams to work on and collaborate together. And it provides a central storage so that everyone, as I kind of mentioned before, is working from a single source of the truth. You're not passing these files around, you're not getting things out of date. Vault provides role-based access. So you know exactly who can view a file, who can download a file, and who can change files, who has edit permission. So we provide that. And everything that's stored in Vault has precise version control, revision control. And it's really important because that way you know that everybody's on the latest version. Version control provides kind of the life cycle of, as you do this with all the projects in Vault, provides that project history, a traceable project history. This helps to understand what I like to call the 4 W's, which is you can always look at a file and understand what changed, who changed it, when it was changed, and most importantly, with comments on those changes to explain why it was changed.
So to our viewers, we want to thank everyone for watching today, sharing your thoughts and questions with us in the chat. If anything that we've talked about has caught your interest, which it better of, please visit FactoryTalkHub.com. You can see all of what we're talking about today in action, including some of those brand new services that were mentioned, but maybe we didn't highlight specifically. You'll find that when you log into FactoryTalkHub.com with your My Rockwell account, many of our services have a free trial version available. So you can get started, not only at no cost, but also no risk. Because again, the beauty about a cloud-based software platform is that you don't have to install anything on your PC. You just use your browser. So check it out again, FactoryTalkHub.com. And with that, again, thank you. Stay tuned for more Rockwell updates on our social media pages, and we'll have more coming soon. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, everybody.